Good day, everyone. Sometimes the hardest part of loving your family is understanding them. In this story, a mother watches her two daughters grow into very different people. One daughter, Maggie, is shy and quiet. The other, Dee, is confident, educated, and proud of her culture. But one afternoon, when Dee comes home to visit, their differences become impossible to ignore. The mother described Maggie as someone who walks with her head down, almost afraid of the world. Years ago, their old house burned down, and Maggie was badly scared by the fire. Since then, she became even quieter. But Dee was different. She always wanted more from life. Better clothes, better opportunities, a different future. She left home to study and promised never to leave that simple country life again. One day, Dee returns home, dressed in bright clothes and wearing jewelry. She even changes her name because she says she no longer wants the name given by people from the past. At first, her mother is happy to see her. She prepares food and welcomes Dee warmly. But as the visit continues, something begins to feel wrong. Dee walks around the house like it is a museum. She picks up old objects, the butter churn, the benches, the handmade quilts, and suddenly become interested in them. Not because of the memories, not because of the family, but because they look valuable. Then becomes the moment that changes everything. Dee asked for a quilt made by her grandmother. These quilts were carefully stitched by hand, carrying pieces of family history in every fabric. But the quilts were already promised to Maggie. Maggie quietly says, Dee can take them if she wants. That is the kind of person Maggie is. Gentle and willing to give things up. But for the first time, the mother truly sees the difference between her daughters. Dee talks about heritage. Maggie leaves it. To Dee, the quilts are decorations. To Maggie, they are part of everyday life, part of everyday use. So, the mother does something unexpected. She takes the quilts from Dee's hands and gives them to Maggie instead. Not because Maggie is louder, not because Maggie is more successful, but because Maggie understands their true value. This story teaches us that culture is not just something we display to impress other people. It is something we carry in the way we live, speak, remember, and love. Sometimes, the people who say the least understand the most. And sometimes, true heritage is not found in objects kept on walls, but in the simple things we continue to use every single day. Thank you.